All right, what's up? What's up? Happy It's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. And hang on, I'm trying. Bear with me while you scroll with me. I'm trying to do this on Instagram as well. So, I think I'm doing it. I'm not sure, but if you're on Instagram, let me know. What's up? Welcome to the Daily Fight. It is Wake Your Warrior Wednesday in the house. My name is Robin Tanner, and I'm your host. And today I want to talk about how shame is keeping you caged, how the shame that you're holding inside, and we're not going to go too deep into it. And I'm going to try to actually do this in like under 7 minutes. I've got some four tips for you today. So I'm going to tell you four things: love, like, let go, and what's the other one? Love, like, let go, and let down. All right. So love, like, so I'm going to tell you all four of those in a second here. But first, did you listen to the unapologetic mindset yesterday? And did you join on the very first day where we talked about why you've got to fight for your future self? So if not, make sure you can go back on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, wherever, and then be sure to share this if you could. Like it and share it. So if you're my friend on Facebook, my friend on Instagram, share it. I know sometimes we don't share things because it gets in our feed or whatever, but this is how I guess we get more views, we get more engagement, we get the algorithm working, whatever. I'm a big believer, and if it's meant for you, God is going to open it up to the right doors, to the right people, and if it's not, he shuts it down, dries it up, and then you move on to the next thing that gets you closer to your future self. And I'm here to help you fight for your future self. And you can't do that if you got some shame going on. And let me tell you, I have dealt with this. Shame was never a word that that I felt consumed me or was part of me, because I've always been a very upfront, very forthcoming, straight shooter. I don't sugarcoat. I am that no nonsense coach. I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. I make no qualms about it. I want to make sure that you're living life on your terms and that you're not settling. I almost died 10 years ago. And yesterday I was actually writing a blog that I have not posted yet, just about some of my dark truths. And when you hear dark truths, you think that like you're this secret person that's hiding some things, like your skeletons in the closet. And let me tell you, we all have dark truths. And one of the things that I want to make sure of, and I was living them. And then when I, you know, was not rushed to the hospital, but rushed into surgery after 6 weeks of not knowing what was wrong, of being dismissed and rejected and just overlooked, and basically told I was crazy by doctors until I got to the ninth one. And they said, "Oh, no, hold up, wait, you're about to die. And we got to do something about this." There's a lot of things that I was doing in the way that I was living that wasn't bad, right? It wasn't wrong, but it was wrong, and it wasn't right if it's not right with you on the inside. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror, if you lay your head on the pillow at night and you know that there's some things that are restless inside, that are unsettled inside, that you can't let go of. And a lot of these things don't come out until you start working on personal development and self-awareness and self-acceptance. And you go on this discovery, and it's down a dark rabbit hole of your dark truths, which is where shame lives. And until you can learn to release that, which I'm going to help you with those four things today and kind of explain those. It's a really easy way to do it, because we can spend a lot of time in therapy and counseling and coaching. We can do all the programs and all the books and all the self-help and all of the journaling, but it's really you getting right with yourself and not downplaying the things that you've been through, that they weren't that bad or somebody else has it worse, or that you keep making excuses. A lot of the times I've dealt in the weight loss industry and the fitness industry for more than 2 decades. And a lot of people, you hide in the pictures because you're ashamed of the way that you look. You're ashamed that you have to start over, so people avoid going to parties and social events. They even avoid the gym. I can't tell you how many times we were told, like, when we get in shape, when I lose some weight, then I'll go back to the gym, then I'll start the gym, then I'll hire a trainer. It's like you got to get ready to actually do the damn thing, when really you just got to eliminate that, humble yourself, set your ego and your pride like way, way, way in the back, and just accept that you're at where you're at, perfectly imperfect. And one of the things I take pride in is showing up ugly, and I make no apologies for, this is how you learn, this is how you practice, this is how you put in the reps. So whatever it is at your job, right, or in your relationships, or in your mind, or in your journey, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, accomplish, or do, or live, um just if you think of it as practice, is if you think of it as is putting in the miles to get the marathon, putting in the reps to get the pull up or the push up, right? Like, it doesn't matter how many times you have to start over in the diet. It doesn't matter how many times that you've had to merge back in traffic, like you've started and you stopped, right? One of the things I say is to quit quitting on yourself. And every time we quit on ourselves, we miss a deadline, or we procrastinate, or we let somebody down, or we cancel plans, which I did today and I felt really bad about it. But it's just something that, like, I'm under. Honestly, I'm under some water. I've got some deadlines that are looming, and I'm on this mission. And while I really want to go do this thing, is with my sister-in-law, in fact, I've got to get these things done. And the other side of me will argue, and then I feel bad about it, right? And there's a little bit of shame that, like, I can't be the friend, I can't be the person, I can't be the sister-in-law, I can't be the daughter, I can't be. There's shame that you carry inside with that. There's shame that you carry every time that you cheat on your diet. So if you just stop calling it cheating, right, it would solve the problem. There's shame that you carry when you actually do some of those secret sins, or have those dark truths and harbor them. So how do we stop this, right? Like, how do we stop this so that we become our future self? Because it's a fight. And the first fight is actually being aware, is being aware that you even have any, that you're doing some of the things that you know that you're not supposed to do. And here's the one thing that I will tell you, is that you've got to give yourself some grace and some patience, that as you are developing yourself and stretching and growing and trying to become future you, and you've got current you under interrogation, that sometimes you need to remove that light, right? We're not in an episode of Law and Order. You need to remove the interrogation light and get out of the dark room, and just allow yourself the patience and the grace that you're going to screw up. You're not going to do it perfect. If you don't meet that goal, can you remove some of the pressure, anything that is self induced? Can you lower your standards? And I know, that probably goes against, like, the personal development world. But if you can lower some of your standards so you actually meet them, right, and then raise the bar, and then meet them, and then raise the bar, and then meet it, that will help you kind of release some of that shame if you're having a problem showing up, if you're having a problem living up to your own standards and your own expectations of yourself. That might be one of them. Now, we can go really deep and in multiple different directions on shame, but what I want to do today, in the rest of the time, is teach you a way that you can just have this daily check with yourself at the end of the day when you go to bed. And it is, what did you love about yourself today? Like, where did you kick ass? What did you love about yourself? What did you do that was awesome? And it doesn't have to be something grandiose. Like, it can be something very simple. Like, I love every day that the first thing I do is I go feed my animals. I feed my wildlife. Like, that just, it lights me up. It brings me joy for the day. And if nothing else happens, I know that I was useful, and that I was purposeful, and that those animals are counting on me and relying on me, and that they need me. And that might sound really silly, but on my hard days, that brings me the joy. And I love that about myself, that that's one of the ways, that I give up. If I'm letting, that I give back. If I'm letting myself down in other ways, I know that that is where I'm going to shine. It could be going to the gym. It could be that you did a really awesome workout today. It could be that you finally raised your hand and asked the question, or you stood up in the board meeting, or the conference room meeting, and you gave your ideas. But it could be the way that you handled your relationship, with your friend or your husband or a colleague, or you were nice to a stranger. It doesn't really matter. It just, what did you love about yourself today? This will help you alleviate some of that shame that you're carrying inside from the things that you are falling short on. The next one is, what did you like? Because there is a difference between, liking yourself and loving yourself. There are things that you just, and you honor about yourself that you absolutely love. And then there are things about yourself that you like, but you know that you can improve. But you're also, you're doing a good job at them. You liked that you did XYZ. Like this morning, I spent half the morning. I know it sounds silly. I hate phone calls. I hate making appointments. I don't like doing any of that stuff. I don't like the logistics. I don't don't like waiting. I'm very impatient on the phone when it comes to making appointments and trying to schedule. That just it stresses the but today I did it, and each one I handled with patience, and I just banged them all out. Like I just bashed them and got them all done instead of like I'll just do that one tomorrow, I'll do that one next week, because what happens is they pile up, then they spread out, and then they come in. I'm the person that has to cancel and reschedule because I missed the appointment because I wasn't organized. So I like that I handled all those today. I batched them out. Now I don't have to worry about it. Check the box. I feel good and I can move on to the next project. Those things matter when you are feeling the pressure of shame in your life for the other things where you're falling short, right? Where you're not living up to your expectations or other people's expectations, or you're not where you think you should be yet. And you feel shame because you let down, or you spent the money, or you invested in this, but you didn't follow through on it. Been there, done that. So here's some of the other two things is where did you let yourself down? So day's not over. It's only 12:56, right? And I'm going to wrap this up. But at the end of the day today, because we're supposed to do this at the end of the day, is where did you let yourself down? That's going to give you kind of that red alert, that car engine going off, that, oh, hey, today I didn't do this. I fell short here. And that will allow you to know, like, tomorrow I can do better. Tomorrow maybe I'm going to start with that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to follow through on that. Tomorrow I'm going to put a little bit more intention into that, more intensity into that. I'm going to do that one fully present in the moment and give it my all tomorrow. Because if those things are drawing out in you where you're letting yourself down, what you need to handle, what you need to focus on, what matters to you, those are signs. Those are signs that you don't want to be that person, that you want to do better there. And that will help start to release the shame that you carry. And that shame keeps you caged from being your best self. And the last one is let go. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of that is holding you back? I just did something um that yesterday I was like, oh, I could totally do this, and then I felt a little bit of shame. I felt a little, if I do this, then maybe I'm not living up to these standards. If I do that, then maybe I'm not really all in on this, or I'm not all in on that, and I'm gonna, you don't, here's the other thing is, when you're doing this, you don't have to tell everybody the things that you're working on. You don't have to tell the things you feel shame about. You don't have to air your dirty laundry. You can just bring awareness to yourself, as long as you know what it is that you're working on and you are good with you. I said that yesterday. You cannot let other people down if you're not letting yourself down, right? And this is how we do that, by figuring out what we love. What did we love about ourselves today? What did we like about ourselves today? And again, you got to do this at the end of the day. Where did you let yourself down today? Where did you let yourself down? And then what can you let go of? What no longer aligns? What no longer is? What is no longer helping you get to future you? What is no longer helping you reduce, right? And remove the shame that you might be carrying. Those are the 4 things that I'm going to leave you with today on the daily fight for you to think about, so that you have a warrior in you. You have a fighter in you. We all do. You just might be fighting for the wrong things. You might be stepping up to the wrong battles. You might be avoiding the right battles. So I hope this helps somebody today just kind of remove that self-induced pressure that is causing you the shame of not living up to the standards. Let go of the things that just don't matter right now, or that matter no longer at all, or that maybe it doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you get there. Sometimes that's the case. It just depends on what journey you're on. And then make sure you remind yourself what you love about yourself and what you like about yourself, because these are the things, those are the strong parts about you. That's the badass in you. That's the warrior in you. That's the fighter in you that you want to keep strengthening and honing in on and focusing on those things, because those are going to allow you to pull yourself up out of the pit. Because at the end of the day, you get to save you. You get to rescue you. You get to fight for you. Ain't nobody else going to do it for you. So I hope this helps somebody today. Please share this. Go to robintanner.com/ the Rise Waitlist, and go check out my new group coaching program for women. We kick off September 3rd, and it is all about the woman who is ready to overcome the pain and the problem, those dark truths. You are done with them. You're done settling. You're done suffering. You're ready to quit doing the things that you don't want to do anymore and take action for your future self and do the damn thing and overcome the thing. Conquer the problem. Become the person that you want to be. Live the life on your terms. Work on your courage and your communication. Work on fearlessly doing the things and releasing the things that keep shame inside, guilt inside, fear inside, and constantly explaining yourself, downplaying yourself, and apologizing for the things that you want. I have a friend that told me once, and I'll leave you with this. This is no dress rehearsal. We get one life. I was lucky to get a second chance. And that is why I'm on this mission to make sure that you're living life on your terms, that you're speaking up for yourself, that you're standing up for yourself, that you are creating a lifestyle that you can keep pace with, because the fairy tale exists and it's waiting for you. Have a good Wednesday, kick ass. And don't forget, at the end of the day, I want me in your head. Please share this, because there's somebody in your life that needs to know, what did they love? What did they like? Where did they let themselves down? And what do they need to let go of today so that tomorrow they can continue to fight for their future self? Peace out.